So, I've been a longtime fan of this Minecraft YouTuber named Mumbo. Maybe you've heard of him. I got introduced to Hermitcraft from his channel a long time ago, but recently he put out a video talking about what happened to Minecraft Let's Plays. Oh, never mind, it's changed to Minecraft videos have changed. But in the first 3 seconds of the video, he literally says the same words as the previous title. So regardless of the confusing name change, there's some things in this video that he talks about that I've definitely heard this in other videos before, but it just shocked me when someone like Mumbo, who honestly just seems like the nicest guy around, makes a video like this. It's really just so different from pretty much almost all of his other content. Like, I know Hermitcraft Season 10 has just wrapped up, and they're just about to do Season 11, but all of the vids that he's been doing since Season 10 has ended has been him playing in Minecraft in some sort of video on his own. Except for this video, which is a video where he talks to the camera just as himself and makes a lot of assumptions about Minecraft Let's Plays, and judging by the things he says in this video, I don't really think he fully understands what he's talking about. So let's check out the points that he makes. And just to be clear, I don't hate Mumbo, I love his content and genuinely think he's a really good guy. I just want to point out some of the inconsistencies that he says in this video because I think that it probably contributes to a few harmful stereotypes that occur about YouTube and Minecraft Let's Plays in general. If you disagree with something I've said, I welcome anyone to chime in down below and leave a comment. But while you're down there, you might as well also like the video and hit that subscribe button. I make a lot of content similar to this, so maybe you'll like the other videos that I've made. There's definitely more coming real soon.
Minecraft is the perfect platform for making content like this. It used to exist a lot on YouTube, but it seems to be gradually disappearing. And today I'm going to be explaining why from a purely functional standpoint. This is not me whining or old man shaking hand at clouding. Yeah, I'm just giving you the fact.
I don't know about you guys that are watching, but when people start off the video saying that they're not complaining or that they're not angry or something to that effect, I guess I just don't believe it anymore. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mumbo really isn't trying to come off as complaining, but for a good portion of this video, he does seem to point out annoying problems with YouTube and how it views Let's Plays in sort of a dissatisfied tone. And he talks about how anecdotally he feels after getting a 10 out of 10. Do I think he's complaining a large amount in this video? Of course not, but honestly I feel like it's okay to be dissatisfied with these things. It's just you as a YouTuber giving your audience a taste of some of the struggles that you go through. It would really just come off as very human, and not like the script went through layers and layers of PR employees proofreading it. But we're quite early on, so let's at least give him the benefit of the doubt here until we get to the later things that he says.
Now, the main reason is the way the YouTube algorithm works and how it values constant growth of viewership. So when you post a new video, it will get a little ranking against your recent uploads, and if it's performing better than all of your previous 10 uploads, it will get a 1 out of 10. And if it's performing worse than all of your recent uploads, it will get a 10 out of 10. Now, my anecdotal experience is that 1 out of 10s are almost self-fulfilling. You get a 1 out of 10 and YouTube's like, oh, this channel's doing pretty well. And then you'll start getting like a string of 1 out of 10s where YouTube is recommending your channel more because your channel is doing well. But the same thing goes for 10 out of 10s. If you get a handful of 10 out of 10s in a row, it is hard to claw yourself out of that hole, because from YouTube's perspective, it's like basically going, this guy's bombing, we need to take him off the platform immediately.
I'm not gonna lie, I have believed this piece of information for a long time. Longer than I am proud to admit. I keep hearing this algorithm thing.
The YouTube algorithm.
The algorithms.
The algorithm.
The algorithm.
Over and over and over again. And while I can understand that I'm sure the algorithm isn't perfect, I highly doubt the algorithm is solely responsible for everything wrong with a person's channel. How do I know this? Well, literally YouTube says it themselves.
There's no need to stress about one bad video hurting your channel or next video. YouTube recommendations really don't focus on performance at a channel level. What matters most is how each video satisfies the audience. The algorithm is designed to match each viewer with the specific videos they're most likely to watch and enjoy at that time. And just because someone didn't enjoy your last video doesn't mean they won't absolutely love your next video.
And sure, I hear what you're saying. Maybe they're just trying to cover up the fact that the algorithm is actually the real culprit, but the thing is, I have yet to see any credible evidence that this is the case. Maybe I've missed it. I do have credible proof that the algorithm does work like it's supposed to. You'll see later on in the video. I've even had times on my own channel where I was scared to upload a video because the previous one did badly. And to my surprise, this newer video either made average views or did much better. If this was so prevalent, then just by going onto Mumbo's channel, we should see that wherever there's a video that bombed, there shouldn't be a video that comes out right after that does above average, right? I mean, we got episode 53 of Hermitcraft Season 10 did below 1 million, but then the Copper Golem vid right after did 1.7 million. Same with episode 57. 7. After that, we got Hermitcraft 10 is finished, does a bit better, and then this video comes out and does more than double the previous vid's views. I just don't see where the algorithm is punishing you because of getting a 10 out of 10 or having a badly viewed video. Not only that, but he literally says this.
From YouTube's perspective, this guy's bombing. We need to take him off the platform.
How does that even work? The moment that you upload a video, the algorithm starts by trying to find an audience for your vid. How is it that you've bombed and then the algorithm realizes that and then blames itself for doing a bad job, then punishes you because it caused you to get low views? I'm just really confused about that. This is the problem with the way that some people talk about the algorithm. Notice how whenever a YouTuber makes a really great video that goes viral, they take all the credit, but when a video does poorly, they blame the algorithm. Very suspicious how it's never their fault when it's bad, but always their accomplishment when it's good. Makes perfect sense, right?
As with any series, episode 1 will perform the best, and then the viewership gradually declines. The same thing goes for like TV series and everything else. The issue is YouTube puts no value on the series as a whole. It takes it like on a video by video basis. So it effectively says, even though you have watched the previous 30 episodes of this series, episode 31 is performing worse than the previous 30 videos that this channel has uploaded. So I'm not going to recommend this video to you.
And you see, this is where it would have been so easy to just test this out and see if this works. Maybe Mumbo could have asked a friend to test and see if this is actually happening. Here's me literally testing it. Again, here's my account up here. Here's me. This is
Hermitcraft Season 1.
This is Hermitcraft 10, Episode 1. Season 10, Episode 1. I mean, he said that it doesn't recommend it, but what is this down here? This is episode 2. I might just be, the exception to the rule, or maybe it's just the fact that I have watched all of, I watched this video like a year ago, and I've watched the entirety of Mumbo's, Hermitcraft episodes, so maybe that's why I'm here. But it kind of looks like that's the case. I mean, if we go here, if I click episode 2, what do you think will be down here? Do you think episode 3 will be here? See? So again, like, I'm not really sure if everybody gets this. Like, if somebody is a new viewer, right, and they're watching, like, episode 1 or episode 2, does it directly put the next episode? And again, I made sure to go to the video, not the playlist, right? If there was a playlist, you would see all the episodes here. I just went to his channel and I clicked the episode, right, the episode 1 of season 10, and here, look, episode 4. Let's say a person who had never watched Minecraft videos, never watched a Let's Play, never watched SMP, I mean, God forbid that person even exists. Maybe they clicked on Mumbo Jumbo's Hermitcraft Season 10, Episode 1. Maybe this, in the recommended, you probably... And again, look, wow, I didn't even realize. I have Episode 5 right here, and Episode 6. I wonder if I even go further down. Here's Episode 7. I don't really understand why these people seem to either not understand the actual experience of people on YouTube, or they're just flat out lying. And I don't want to believe that they're lying. Are there any more? Could there be any more episodes here? Probably not. Wait, there is, episode 8. I don't even have to watch the playlist, right? I can get to every single episode from the recommended section. So 5, 6, right, 7, and 8 are in here. So it's 4 of the next sequential episodes in the playlist. I'm assuming if I continue down, I might find episode 9 and episode 10, right? Let's see. I don't know. I mean, okay, so here's episode 10. I'm sorry, episode 15. Here's episode 15, so that's not right. But again, here's episode 26. Yeah, so I mean, here's episode 13. I don't know why they're out of order. That is definitely a weird thing. And also, here's episode 1, which they want me to go back and watch stuff, which is a little strange. Okay, sure, you could argue that they're out of order, and that's really not how you should be watching it. But if you're scrolling all the way down, I think I think YouTube is probably going to be like, yeah, you're probably scrolling down way too far. So at least for me, the algorithm is working fine, and sure, maybe some people out there might have trouble with that, but again, I highly doubt that, because if it's working fine for me, it's probably working fine for the vast majority of the other people on this website. He doesn't even provide any evidence or proof to back up this claim. He just says it as if it's common knowledge. At what point do you stop blaming everyone else and just look in the mirror? Also, TV shows in no way follow the same pattern as Let's Plays. Here's the American version of The Office in its 5th season. As you can tell, the viewership of the episodes varies series a lot. TV shows are crafted to have certain points within each season to garner more views than usual. Maybe there's a new character they added or a new storyline that was created. Plus it ends with some sort of season finale as well, so it's usually quite different. Maybe he was referring to the phenomenon of a lot of really popular series where towards the end of the entire series it can go downhill a bit, like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Lost, Heroes, just to name a few examples. But that just usually comes from general fatigue, which I can agree is similar to Let's Plays and everything else. Fatigue sets in and people move on to something new. That's literally just it.
So not only do you have a natural fall off throughout a season, but it's also compounded by an algorithm that gradually recommends videos less and less. Now this hasn't always been the case. When Minecraft Let's Plays were incredibly common on the platform, the YouTube homepage was much more subscription-based. It effectively functioned as a subscription feed, and most people watched content from channels that they were subscribed to. That meant that the prevailing YouTube meta for gaming channels was to consistently upload so that you could consistently be on people's homepage and people could be consistently updated with what you were doing. But as YouTube has shifted more and more away from preferencing channels that you're subscribed to just videos that are performing well, the YouTube meta has effectively flipped entirely. Now you should put all your eggs in one basket, drop one big video as infrequently as possible to allow some anticipation to build up, and hope that it does incredibly well enough to justify working on the next video.
Yeah, oh man, I do remember those days where the homepage was literally just your subscription feed. But it's still there. I don't even usually click the homepage on YouTube. I always click subscriptions because I want to know who's uploaded. And yes, I see every single upload from the people I'm subscribed to, regardless of how many views their vids get or how well it does in the algorithm. There seems to be this myth that has been floating about for many years now where a person might not see that a YouTuber that they subscribe to has uploaded. Like with the previous myth about the algorithm, no one ever provides proof. They usually just leave a comment on that video saying that it happened, which either they are lying about it, or they might have missed seeing it, or it might just be that they are subscribed to so many channels that either the upload appears so far down their subscriptions feed that they haven't reached it yet, or there might be a limit to how many uploads from subscribed channels the YouTube subscription feed can push to a user. It can't be infinite, right? And he does bring up a good point here written at the bottom of one of the video portions that the way things are done now is a much better way for new people to have a smoother transition into becoming successful on YouTube. But then he says it works against the consistent uploading strategy? How? Let's say that that was the case, and that no longer are you guaranteed success through consistent uploading. Isn't that sort of a good thing? It means that now YouTubers are not strangled by this constant stress and anxiety of having to upload consistently, or else their channel dies out. But of course, that's just not the reality we live in. Being consistent is key. If you are someone who uploads randomly, you're gonna fail to establish a steady audience. And while your channel might not die, it won't grow either. Uploading consistently helps the algorithm find an audience that not only likes your content, but also will be awake and on YouTube to actually watch it. Plus, the more consistent you are with uploading videos, increases the chance that one of those videos will go viral. Although that tactic does come with some sort of drawback, it's a lot of work. So pick and choose a consistent schedule that works for you. The fact I haven't been recommending a Mumbo video in so long, and this is the first kind of, proves the video itself right. No, if what you're saying is true, then that's actually proof that he is wrong. You haven't been recommended his video maybe because you haven't been watching Minecraft content lately, or maybe you haven't been watching Hermitcraft content lately. So the algorithm sees this and stops recommending that type of content to you, because when it does, you don't watch it. Maybe this video got recommended to you because you've been watching a lot of other content where there is a person in front of the camera holding a microphone talking about a certain subject, because I see those vids everywhere and watch them a lot. The algorithm saw this video that Mumbo released and categorized it like that, and it got recommended to you, and you watched it. Very simple, very efficient.
Now, the next thing that is working against Minecraft Let's Plays is that the titles are inherently hostile to new viewers. So if I give an example, Hermitcraft Season 10, Episode 55, big new things. Well, there's a lot for a new viewer to digest and try and make sense of there. You know, what is a Hermitcraft? 10 seasons sounds like a lot of seasons. Do I have to start from season 1? Or like, can I jump in here? And episode 55, I'm going to have missed out so much. I mean, if they went back to season 1 to watch my first episode, firstly, I wasn't in Hermitcraft in season 1, so they'd be starting on Hermitcraft season 2, which is equally confusing, and also it'd be like 12 years old and incredibly slow-paced and not really representative of what Hermitcraft episodes are like now. I personally have played around with removing episode numbers and letting the YouTube playlists sort out the episodes, but that's not perfect for returning viewers.
So here's where I think that Mumbo does understand a little bit, but it's one of the easiest things to understand about Let's Plays. With each episode, it will gradually get less and less views. And I do think one of the reasons why that is comes from the titles of it being episode 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. And I'm sure a person has found a Let's Play video, seen that it's episode 51, and then been quite intimidated by just how many episodes they need to watch to catch up. But I think that actually ends up being the smaller reason why people gradually stop watching. I think the larger reason why people stop watching just has to do with the fact that they start to get bored of it. The fatigue starts to set in. In the beginning of Minecraft, it's exciting. Maybe the player dies, or maybe something cool happens that puts the player into some sort of funny or frustrating moment that is entertaining to the viewer. But by the time they have full netherite armor, flying around with the elytra, built an entire redstone sorting system, beat the ender dragon, there's not really much else for the viewer to be excited for. So the more casual watchers start to fall off. There are over 20 million videos uploaded to YouTube every single day. Most of these people are not leaving because they think you're boring. There's just so much content on this goddamn platform that something else catches their fancy more. To be honest, I don't see anything wrong with taking the episode number out of the title and the thumbnail. I've done it before. Many of the YouTubers still do it. It just helps to not intimidate people and allow for more people to enjoy your content, especially when we're talking about Minecraft. It kind of doesn't really matter if they've missed an episode or two. Most of the time, a Let's Play episode starts off with a YouTuber narrating about what they want to do, giving context where it might be missing. And even during the episode, they still explain to the viewer what they're doing. Sure, you might notice a few builds around that you don't remember, but they usually have nothing to do with the episode. Most episodes of a Let's Play can generally be encapsulated into oneself as a separate work, for the most part. Most people watch a YouTube channel for the YouTuber, not the game or the story. They're here for you, so as long as that is consistent, they'll want to keep watching. There are other things said in this vid, but if I were to continue, we'd be here for a very long time. So if you made it this far, then you're about to hear the main point. And that point is that, in general, the way that Let's Plays were back in the day might be losing popularity, but that's just because most people genuinely don't want to watch them anymore. That doesn't mean there isn't a small subsection of YouTube viewers who still crave that delicious piece of nostalgia, but hear me out, everybody, okay? Hear me out, alright? Let's Plays, in general, are evolving. Back in the day, Let's Plays were not on video. They were images with text, and then they evolved into video with commentary, and then face cams. And now when it comes to it, there's just a bunch of variety of different types of Minecraft Let's Plays out there. I would classify things like 100-day vids, Minecraft Civilization, creative build vids, challenge vids, speedruns, even just playing minigames on Hypixel. There are so many vids that probably wouldn't be thought of as traditional Let's Plays, but technically they're all actually Let's Plays. The definition of it is quite broad, but I think the most important part is that it's playing the game while filming yourself and tackling the game through your own subjective experience. That's a large part of what I think makes a Let's Play. It's important who is playing it. But with all that being said, this is the end of the video. If you like what you watch, click that like button, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. And yes, I'm still excited for Hermitcraft Season 11. Woo!